Recording in.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Today, we shall see the new topic that is equation of motion. So, how to form the different equations. So, in case of the vibrations. So, if you want to make the analysis of anything mathematically, so if you want to make the anything analysis, so mathematically, so it is important for us to form the mathematical equation so that we can make the proper analysis. So here, so you can see that there are different okay. So in vibration, so it is called the equation of motion for free undamped system. So in case of the first unit, so we are only focused on the free vibrations. Free vibration means it is the vibration so which occurs when we give the when we make the initial disturbance. मतलब पहले उसको फोर्स अप्लाई करने का उसके बाद छोड़ देने का, सो अपने आप वो वाइब्रेट करता है, तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? फ्री वाइब्रेशन. So we are concentrate on the only that free vibration. So here it is that you can see for proper vibration analysis system is necessary to find the natural frequency to avoid resonance. So if you want to make the any vibration analysis of the any system, ultimate aim is first is to find the its natural frequency so that to avoid the resonance. Why? So resonance means क्या होता है? So it will at that particular frequency system will vibrate at very high amplitude. मतलब सबसे ज्यादा वो एम्पलीट्यूड से वो वाइब्रेट होता है. तो सबसे ज्यादा वाइब्रेट होने से क्या होता है? जो पार्ट्स होता है, जो कंपोनेंट्स होता है, जो भी मशीन का, जो भी सिस्टम का, फेल होने का चांसेस ज्यादा होता है. सो देयर विल बी मोर चांसेस दैट द सिस्टम इज गोइंग टू फेल. So that's why to avoid that failure, so when we can avoid that failure, so when we stop the operating that particular system at that particular frequency. So when we can avoid that, when we know the natural frequency of the system. अगर हमारे को natural frequency of system पता है तो उस frequency पे हम उसको operate करने से उसको stop कर सकते हैं, so that we can avoid the failure of the parts and machines. So there are the natural frequency of free longitudinal vibrations can be found by. So there are different methods. So first one is equilibrium or free body diagram method. So it is the first method, that is equilibrium or free body diagram method. So in this case, so there are two methods again, Newton's method and D'Alembert principle. So by using this method, so we are going to what you can say, get the equation of motion for the free vibrations, free undamped vibrations. So Newton's method means, so here we are going to use the Newton's second law, that is F equal to ma, applied force is equal to accelerating force. So उसके बाद D'Alembert principle. So already we know the D'Alembert principle. So these two what you can say methods we are going to use to find the equation of motion. So in detail we shall see in next slides. Second is second method is based on the law of conservation of energy. So everyone, we know that what is meaning of law of conservation of energy, that is energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, so total energy will always remain constant. So that concept is used to find the equation of motion and ultimately natural frequency. So here we are going to use the energy method, and second one is release method. So we are, by using these methods, so we find the equation of motion as well as natural frequency of the system. Once we find natural frequency of system, so we can avoid the operating of that particular system at that particular frequency, so that we can avoid the failure of the parts or components. First one is, so equation of motion, that is by using Newton's method. So let us see one by one. First one is by Newton's method. So abhi dekho, so to find equation of motion, so first we consider the simple spring mass system. So we consider the simple spring mass system. Abhi dekho, so it is a spring. So at the end point, so there is nothing is attached here. अगर सपोज इफ वी अटैच सम मास, अगर हमने कुछ वेट और मास को हमने अटैच किया तो क्या होता है, so there will be a deflection in the spring. So spring का लेंथ क्या होता है, वो थोड़ा सा बढ़ जाता है, that is called the deflection of the spring. So let us say it is given by, it is denoted by delta. So stiffness of the spring is given by force per deflection. So K is equal to F by delta. So F means it is force applied, how much here it is, force applied is equal to M into G, जो भी mass apply किया, so multiplied by, so gravity force, that gravity, that is G, so that will give the force F. So that's why K is equal to mg by delta. So this is about when the it is at the equilibrium condition, मतलब अटैच किया उसको मास को, उसको छोड़ दिया, मतलब so at after some time it will come to equilibrium condition, मतलब वो स्टॉप हो जाता है, उधर रुक जाता है, उस पोजीशन में हमेशा रहता है. अगर सपोज इसको हमने डिस्टर्ब किया, मींस अगर इनिशियली खींच के मतलब फोर्स अप्लाई करके उसको छोड़ दिया, तो उसके बाद क्या होता है, सो इट विल स्टार्ट सो वाइब्रेटिंग, so it starts vibrating, so that, so it will move from to and fro motion between 2 points. So let us say its amplitude, its displacement, it is x. So it is called the amplitude of vibration. Okay, so total deflection of spring is कितना हो रहा है, x plus delta when it is vibrating. So this is simple spring mass system. So इसको consider करके, so we are going to form the equation of motion. अभी देखो, so in case of spring mass system, so अभी देखो, here we are going to draw the free body diagram of the mass. This is the m, that is the mass. So what are the downward force are acting? So downward force are acting is, that is अभी देखो accelerating force is equal to external forces. So accelerating force कौन सा है, that is mx double dot. So mx double dot means it is a gravitational force, so it is accelerating. So because of that only, so that will force will be accelerating, means उसका forces बढ़ने का कोशिश हो जाता है. तो उसके बाद so external forces कौन सा है, one is mg, means it is, that is whatever the force due to its mass, that is mg. Afterwards restoring force, that is k. अभी देखो जब नीचे आता है मास, when it comes on, उसके बाद क्या होता है, it will go up. कौन सा है, that is called the restoring force. So that restoring force is given by k into x plus delta, k into x plus delta, that is restoring force. अगर एक बार मास नीचे आ गए फोर्स अप्लाई करने से, so again it will go back to the original position, so that is restoring force. So here these two are the called the external forces, and this is accelerating force. So according to Newton's law, that is F equal to ma. So F means it is that is exerting force is equal to external applied forces, so it is given by, देखो, minus x double dot, so mx minus is, it is because downward है तो minus लेने का, if it is upward we should take it as positive, minus mx double dot is equal to, what are the external forces, so mg minus mg, it is upward, so it is plus k into x plus delta, k into x plus delta minus mg. So it is a free body diagram of the mass. So if you simplify this, so अभी देखो, k into delta means it is mg. So k के जगह पे if you substitute the value of formula, that is k is equal to x given earlier formula, k is equal to mg by delta. अगर k equal to mg by delta substitute किया तो delta delta cancel होके it will become mg. So इसलिए क्या हो जाता है, plus mg and minus mg will get cancels. So remaining is minus mx double dot is equal to kx. So again if you simplify this, you will get the mx double dot plus kx is equal to 0. So again, so if you divide the whole equation by m, so we will get x double dot plus k by m into x is equal to 0. So this equation is called the equation of motion for free undamped vibrations. Free मतलब क्या होता है, so you should need to understand every point. Free vibration means where we are going to apply the force only at the starting, so उसके बाद हम उसको छोड़ देते हैं. Undamped means कुछ damping नहीं है, तो damping क्या होता है, so we shall see it later on. Free undamped vibration. So this k by m is called the natural frequency, that is, so k by m is the natural frequency, that is omega n is equal to, formula क्या होता है, omega n is equal to square root of k by m. So omega n square is equal to k by m, क्योंकि omega n is equal to square root of k by m. Omega n square is equal to k by m. So from this, so by Newton's method, so we can get the equation of motion also and natural frequency also. So next is D'Alembert principle. So D'Alembert principle also works on same thing. Only thing is, so here it is. अभी देखो. So what is D'Alembert principle? So it states summation of inertia forces plus external force is equal to 0. तो inertia force का मतलब क्या होता है कि inertia force is exactly opposite to the inertia force are exactly opposite to the accelerating forces. अभी देखो accelerating force are vertically downward. Okay, so inertia force means it is in the upward direction. So inertia force and accelerating force are exactly in opposite direction. So इसलिए क्या होता है जब हम when we are going to solve the equation, so mx double dot क्या हो जाता है D'Alembert principle में, so it will become plus, so remaining will be same. So इसलिए so inertia force means plus mx double dot plus k, remaining will be same, k into x per delta minus mg is equal to 0. Okay, so again if you simplify this equation, so we get the same equation again, equation of motion, that is, so x double dot plus k by m into x is equal to 0. This is the equation of motion for free undamped vibrations. So that is, next let us see by energy method. So what energy what is the meaning of law of conservation of energy? So energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. So ultimately total energy remains constant. Okay, so मतलब एनर्जी हम एक फॉर्म से दूसरा फॉर्म में हम कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, तो लेकिन उसको डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं कर सकते. So we can convert kinetic energy into potential energy into kinetic energy, electrical energy into some other form of energy, friction, heat energy. So we can convert the energy from one form to another form, but we cannot destroy the energy. It's very important to understand. So by using this concept, so we are again going to find the equation of motion. So अभी देखो, so in case of vibration, so vibration का मतलब क्या होता है? So it will ultimately to and fro motion. So vibration क्या होता है? So it will be to and fro motion. So उसका मतलब क्या होता है? Conversion of potential energy into kinetic energy, kinetic energy into potential energy. So kinetic energy and potential energy क्या होता है? Convert होते रहता है. तो इसलिए body क्या होता है? Vibrate होता है. So in case of the vibrating system, total energy जो रहता है, so that is a constant. So at some point, kinetic energy is maximum and potential energy is zero. At certain point, potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is zero. लेकिन total summation of potential energy plus kinetic energy at any point will be constant. So कोई भी point पे आप vibration point पे दोनों का summation लिया तो so that will be constant. That is U is equal to total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, so which is constant always. So kinetic energy is given by kinetic energy का formula क्या क्या है? Formula is given by half mu square. So v means it is x dot, मतलब velocity means x means it is displacement, उसका derivative क्या होता है? Velocity. So x dot square. So next is, so kinetic energy is given by half mu square. So मतलब half m into x dot square. So उसके बाद potential energy. Potential energy means क्या है? Potential energy means it is strain energy. So potential energy is in the form of strain energy. So stored in the spring. So अभी देखो potential energy means क्या है कि so it is because of the virtue of position. Potential energy का what is the formula given by formula for potential energy? Rho g into h. Rho g into h. अगर h के वैल्यू जीरो हो गए तो क्या हो जाता है? पोटेंशियल एनर्जी क्या हो जाता है? जीरो हो जाता है. मतलब इट इज ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स पोजीशन. अगर कितना हाइट पे हो, only that can, so only because of the height only we can say that there is a potential energy.
Yes, sir.
Is it my screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So potential energy is about the energy stored in the system because of the virtue of its position. So it is called strain energy in case of the spring. That is given by this graph, that is force applied and deflection. Okay. So force applied and deflection, this area is triangle area. So whatever the area covered, so that is given by the potential energy. So area of triangle is always given by the half into base into height. So here it is base means it is deflection x. That is height means here it is force. That is F into x. Half. So base is x, height is F, means F into x or x into F. So F means क्या होता है? So F means it is, अगर देखो k equal to F by x. So F means it is k into x. So इसमें k into x substitute किया तो क्या हो जाता है? तो k into x क्या हो जाता है? x square. So that means potential energy is given by half k into x square. देखो we got the potential energy equation, that is half k into x square. We got the kinetic energy equation, that is half k kinetic energy equation, it is half m into x dot square. So दोनों इक्वेशन क्या करने का? So इक्वेशन 1 में सब्स्टिट्यूट करने का, that is kinetic energy plus potential energy is equal to constant. अभी देखो हम we have substituted the both equations, kinetic energy and potential energy. of mx dot square plus of kx square is equal to constant. So suppose if you integrate, sorry, if you differentiate this equation with respect to time, with respect to t, तो क्या होता है? So इसका differentiation किया तो of m is constant, x dot square differentiation is 2x dot into x double dot. So du by dt is equal to of m into its x dot square differentiation is 2x dot into x double dot. तो उसके बाद इसका differentiation, so its differentiation is of k is constant, so x square differentiation is 2x into x dot is equal to 0. Equal to 0 क्यों लिया? Total energy is constant, so differentiation of any constant is 0. That's why this value will become 0. Because हमने क्या बोला है? Total energy will remain constant always. So whenever there is a constant, its differentiation will become 0. So अगर इसको simplify किया तो अभी देखो 2 and 2 get cancels. So remaining is, अभी देखो x dot तो दोनों साइड है, so एक कॉमन लिया तो क्या हो जाता है? तो इससे if you take it on right side, so it will become 0. So remaining is n x double dot plus 2 and 2 here all get cancels. So अगर x dot तो हम उस साइड लेके गए राइट साइड में, so remaining is k into x. x is equal to 0. So अगर हमने if you divide this whole equation by m, so it is x double dot plus k by m into x is equal to 0. Again we got the same equation of motion. So what we got earlier from the Newton's law and D'Alembert principle. So means we can use any method, so we will get the same equation of motion. Okay, so next, according to Rayleigh's method. So what Rayleigh's method states is, so according to this method, maximum kinetic energy is equal to maximum potential energy. अभी देखो मैंने बोला वाइब्रेशन के टाइम पे, so at certain point kinetic energy is maximum, at certain point potential energy is maximum. जब potential energy maximum होता है तो kinetic energy 0 होता है, kinetic energy maximum होता है तो potential energy 0 होता है. लेकिन क्या है, total energy is remain constant. तो इसलिए क्या होना चाहिए? Maximum kinetic energy should be equal to the maximum potential energy. Okay. So by using this concept, so we will get the equation of motion. अभी देखो, so here assuming the simple harmonic motion, so we know the simple harmonic motion equation, x equal to x sin omega t displacement का equation होता है. अगर suppose इसको differentiate किया तो, so we will get the velocity equation. So x double dot is equal to x omega into, so x means a होता है amplitude, तो amplitude मतलब एक constant है. Okay, so don't get confused between this parameter and this parameter. So x into omega into sin omega t. So differentiation of sin omega t means it is omega to cos omega t. So a होगा velocity. So अभी देखो displacement a होगा displacement equation. So displacement is maximum when sin omega t is equal to 1. That means maximum displacement is given by x, because so this value is 1. And similarly maximum velocity is maximum when cos omega t is equal to 1. That is maximum velocity is given by x into omega. So why we are talking about maximum? Because maximum kinetic energy, we can get the maximum kinetic energy when velocity is maximum. एनर्जी का इक्वेशन क्या होता है? हाफ एम वी स्क्वायर. एम तो कांस्टेंट है, अभी भी कभी भी वो कांस्टेंट ही होता है. सो मैक्सिमम काइनेटिक एनर्जी मींस व्हिच इज एट मैक्सिमम वेलोसिटी, एंड मैक्सिमम पोटेंशियल एनर्जी मींस इट इज व्हेन displacement is maximum. So that's why, so we are interested in maximum displacement value and maximum velocity values. So if you substitute these two values in this equation, अभी देखो, maximum kinetic energy means it is half m maximum velocity square is equal to x dot max means x omega. So इसको अगर सिंप्लीफाई किया तो half m into, so this is the into symbol, don't get confused, so x square and omega square, and maximum potential energy means it is half k into x max square, so x means it is, so x that is amplitude square. ये दोनों x max and x dot max, so we have taken from the previous slide values. Okay, so these two values substitute in the equation, that is maximum kinetic energy is equal to maximum potential energy. ये दोनों को equate करने का, दोनों equation को, m/2 x dot square omega square is equal to half k x square. So m/2 x square omega square is equal to half k into x square. So अभी देखो इसको सिंप्लीफाई किया तो, so x square and x square get cancels here. Okay, 2 and 2 get cancels. Remaining is m into omega square, क्योंकि x square and get cancelled, ये दोनों कैंसिल हो गए, तो इसलिए remaining is m omega square is equal to k. So here we are getting the directly natural frequency equation. Omega is equal to, omega square is equal to k by m होता है, omega square is equal to k by m, omega is equal to square root of k by m. For free vibrations, so that frequency means it is a natural frequency, it is denoted by omega suffix n. So suffix n is given to denote the natural frequency. Okay, so अगर इसको हमने सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन में सब्स्टिट्यूट किया तो सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन की इक्वेशन क्या होता है, सो x डबल डॉट प्लस ओमेगा स्क्वायर x इज इक्वल टू 0. सो x डबल डॉट ओमेगा स्क्वायर मींस इट इज, अभी देखो ओमेगा n इक्वल टू k by m है, स्क्वायर रूट k by m, ओमेगा n स्क्वायर में से स्क्वायर रूट निकल जाता है, ओमेगा n स्क्वायर इक्वल टू k by m into x इज इक्वल टू 0. ये हो गया इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन एंड दिस इज नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द सिस्टम. So in this way, so by using different methods, so we can find the equation of motion. So what is necessity of finding equation of motion and natural frequency? So already I explained earlier. So this is a simplified version of equation of motion. Mx double dot you can represent in these three forms. Mx double dot plus kx is equal to 0. Otherwise x double dot k by m, अगर m से डिवाइड किया तो k by m into x is equal to 0. k by m मतलब क्या होता है, ओमेगा स्क्वायर. तो कौन से भी एक फॉर्म में आप लिख सकते हैं, यू कैन राइट इन एनी ऑफ these three forms. So natural frequency is given by square root of k by m. This is the natural frequency. So this is called the motion of the mass is given by, मतलब displacement equation is given by x into x dot, मतलब ये x कैपिटल x भी लिख सकते हैं. So this हो गया amplitude of the simple harmonic motion into sin omega n into t. Okay, so this is about the equation of motion. So it is very important for the basics of vibrations. So based on these equations, so most of the systems are analyzed for the vibrations. So vibration analysis is so very important thing. So whenever we design the any new product, because so if you don't remove the vibrations, so it will lead to the failure of the components or parts. So I hope you understood very well. So if you have any doubts, if anyone have any doubts, so you can ask me. अगर किसी को कुछ doubts है तो whatever you have seen today regarding equation of motion. तो शिवम.
Yes, sir.
हाँ समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, ठीक. So other students, Rohit and Tejas,
हाँ सर.
समझ में आया क्या?
हाँ सर.
Okay, ठीक.
हाँ सर, आ गया समझ में.
Okay, so okay, ठीक है. So in case of this subject, so first unit is very important because so it will cover all the basics of vibrations. So for a mechanical engineers, so vibrations are very important to understand. किधर भी जाओ आगे, vibration analysis plays a very important role in deciding the life of the component. So इसलिए तो वाइब्रेशन का जो कब तक समझ में नहीं आता जब तक आपको बेसिक उसका बेसिक जो है वाइब्रेशन क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, उसको अवॉइड कैसे करने का, वो कैसे जनरेट होता है, कैसे स्टार्ट होता है, उसका पैरामीटर्स कौन सा है, तो उसको स्टडी कैसे करने का, तो ये सब कब समझ में आता है आपको, जब उसका बेसिक समझ में आ जाता है. तो इसलिए फर्स्ट यूनिट एंड सेकेंड यूनिट, सो इट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड एनी वाइब्रेशंस. अगर आपको कोई प्रोडक्ट वाइब्रेशन एनालिसिस करने गए तो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड यूनिट. ओके, so I hope everyone understood in proper manner. So अभी मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ, so remaining जो टॉपिक्स है इस सब्जेक्ट का, मतलब इस सब्जेक्ट का मतलब इस यूनिट का, so I will record and put it on the YouTube. So by tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so you just watch all the videos so that first will be completed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, ठीक है. So right now, so I'm going to sign off now. So, okay, ठीक है. चलो, bye, take care.